humanoid form, okay? Hold on. Let's assume that. That means their max average height would probably be around 5 foot at the highest, maybe 4 foot.
Does it say their height or weight?
No, that's not been described yet. I'll put that in the description myself. But let's just assume, in a natural scientific knowledge we know of, that they get around between 4'5" and 5 feet in height. Now think of the weight distribution of muscular and clawed hands. Okay? Muscular and
Are their
feet.
hands larger than human size?
Probably, but that doesn't mean necessarily that they're bigger than the human in most aspects. But if you were to think about it, they would have... Think of a gorilla. They have way more muscle and everything on them than us. They weigh more too.
And how long are they pregnant?
About the same time frame we are. And
Okay.
about the same thing, but they only usually have about 2 to 3 at best on children, though. They don't have 9 at a time sometimes compared to some of these people.
Hold on, so let's explain this, because I'm recording this now.
No, don't record this.
But I want to have it up for debate
no.
on how this is possible.
Okay, so let's assume that their average weight, I'm assuming, can be around between 200 pounds and maybe 400, especially if they're pregnant feline. if they have more than...
Feline humans.
Okay, well, this is also assuming they have more than 2 tits.
Okay.
So they can probably have probably a litter of 6 is the max that you normally would have.
Mm-hmm.
A litter of 6, but it's a humanoid size. It would still take at least 2 or 3 years minimum for these things to become close to probably a teenage equivalent to a human. And I mean barely teenage. And then to go into some type of puberty. Another at least year or 2 after that.
Cough, cough.
And I mean, and sure, that means a 4-year difference is possible in that scenario, but that's assuming best case scenario for this 4 years difference to make sense. But that means as soon as she became freaking, in that 4-year mark, as soon as she became even close to being able to bear children, some just impregnated her, and it was done.
So what is the main question here? The fact that
Could
the
she
next
be
in
a
line...
4-year-old mother? Because that is the difference between the two here, even though I'm going to go with the assumption that this is a sister that's heir to the throne. A sister.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to go with. Because it makes no sense.
And let's see the other one. What's the other
See,
one?
that's the heir to the throne. That is the feline female heir to the throne. And that is the actual ruler right now.
Let's see the heir to the throne.
The heir to
Bring up their information.
They're right there. That's what they are.
Oh, okay.
And then this is the actual person on the throne. This is the Pride Press.
Do they have the same last names?
Can I even look that up?
Because that would answer. That would
Well,
probably.
actually, no, because I never made a last name for this one.
Well, then you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Unless the game actually,
You're just gonna have to deal with it then.
Hold on, leader pool. Scientist, daughter of Meg. So this right here is a daughter of Meg.
Okay.
47! What the hell? What? She get put on ice after she had a kid, and the kid grew up, and she freaking... What the...
So how old is Meg?
Meg is 24. 25, I think, or something like that.
And then the daughter is 47.
24. Meg is 24.
We're...
And
Okay.
if you go to the leaders here...
Hold on.
No.
Here's
my engineer who's in charge of... My engineer, head of engineering research, is 47 years old.
Okay, I have a
and
question.
is the daughter of Meg. Unless it's another Meg. If it's the same Meg I've got there, that is a...
It is spelled the same, so it's most likely the same.
Well, I mean...
Listen, okay. So you can also take in the factor of space-time. So, if they're traveling at light speed, do they grow older? Or if they're staying on a planet, do they age by the planet's
First of all, hyperlane traveling. They don't actually have faster than light travel per se. It's
Are they able to age faster in different
It's technically
places?
jumping from one system to another almost instantaneously. Well, yeah, just about instantaneously. So there's not really any time gap.
Okay.